Hello, hello Stampin' friends. It's Julia Mazur with Simply She Stamps, and I'm here this afternoon at noon for Lunch and Learn on this Tuesday. Thanks for joining me in person or replay. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I will answer any questions. Today I am going to be using the Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper, and that is in our scrapbooking digital brochure. So we have online exclusives that you can only see on the website. You can go to jmazur.stampinup.net and see all those there. And this digital brochure is also available online, and we are going to use, like I said, the Everyday Happiness Designer Series paper. Now this is a little bit different than our normal 12 by 12. You get 4 sheets of 3 different double-sided designs. Typically we get 2 sheets of 6 different designs. So this is a really great set of paper if you need to make multiples of something, and I got some ideas for you today. I thought I had the coordinating stamp set that went with it. I didn't, so then I just pulled out my Sharing, Loving, Crafting. This is an online exclusive, only available to purchase online. It's not featured in any catalog, but what's great is we have the copyright stamps and handcrafted by. So we have an angel policy. If you are going to sell any of your hand stamped items using Stampin' Up products, you need to use one of the copyright stamps, and I'm going to show you what I did on my card. And I am using this punch, which is part of our second round of celebration items. It is the Happy Labels Pick a Punch. This is one of my favorite punches. It's kind of like a washi tape or ticket edge. And there's 3 different sizes: 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch. And so it's a really great way to make use of your scraps. You can see this little PDF online. There's some stamp sets, current stamp sets in the mini catalog, some older punches, some cute little brass butterflies. These are from a while back. So some of these things are new and some of them they've been around for a while, but you can get them free with your qualifying order. But let's get to our project real quick. I have a card and a little 3D item, and with 12 by 12 paper, let's see here, 12 by 12 paper, if you're not going to use it for scrapbooking, it might be a little intimidating. Like I said, it's double-sided, and these are beautiful muted colors. If you saw my post on Facebook earlier today, I had these flowers were featured in some sheets and stuff, and I do tend to buy some things just because they're Stampin' Up colors. I'm drawn to them. But we have some Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, and Wild Wheat here. And what I did was I typically cut my 12 by 12 paper at 4 inches, so then I can use it for a card, or at 3 inches, because if you cut it at 4, you get 3 equal strips. If you cut it at 3, you get 4 equal strips. So let me show you what I did here. I have a 1 3/4 inch circle. We have the 1 3/4 inch as a punch. I am just refreshing my screen here in case I see anybody watching and commenting with some questions. So 1 3/4 inch punch, and then I have 2 pieces here. This is 2 1/4 inch by 3. So like I said, I cut that down this into the 3 inch strips. This is 4 inches by 3/4 inches. And then I have a card base here. I have Lost Lagoon. The other colors that coordinate with this paper, we have Gray Granite and Wild Wheat and Pretty Peacock, like I mentioned. This Wild Wheat is an ink color. It will be going away at the end of April, very beginning of May. So if you like this color, make sure you get that soon. This piece of paper is, cardstock I should say, is 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to go on the inside. And when you cut down your big sheet of paper to get this inside, save those little 1/2 inch strips. That's where we get the strips to run through our little punch here. Okay, so here I have my card base. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Seal, put some adhesive on the top there. And this kind of has a bigger border around it. And that's okay. And it's not going to be totally even either. All right, so I'm going to kind of put those flush against each other. And here's my little 3/4 inch strip. And again, there's different patterns, so do whatever you'd like. I'm really excited that we have 2 ribbons that coordinate with this paper. We have the pretty peacock with gold and also the wild wheat. This is a last chance item, so if you like this, you'll want to get that ASAP before it sells out. And I am just cutting that on an angle. I'm grabbing my adhesive again. I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right there to anchor this ribbon down. This just adds a little bit of texture and interest. And then I have the Just to Brighten Your Day, and I'm going to use my Pretty Peacock. My Pretty Peacock ink pad is upside down. I don't know why, and I really didn't even notice it for a while. Okay, Just to Brighten Your Day. I love this sentiment. And it's great. The circle punch is perfect for that. Close this up, set this aside. I'm going to grab my dimensionals, flip this over, put one at the top and the bottom so that the ribbon can kind of fit right there so it won't get too bulky. And there we go. Just to brighten your day. Okay, super cute just like that. Here's the inside. Because this is a little bit darker color, we're going to put some white on the inside so you can see that. And then here's my sample. You'll see that I stamped Stampin' Up, copyright Stampin' Up, and handcrafted by, and used my marker to sign my name. Let me show you how I did that real quick. I have the Lost Lagoon ink. I'm going to make this flat. I have the handcrafted by on one side and the Stampin' Up on the other. So I'm going to ink up the handcrafted first. There's a little, I could trim down my stamp and put them both on the same side, but I didn't have time to do that today. I might do that later. So instead of trimming it down, because they were kind of far apart and I wanted to get the Stampin' Up as close as possible. And let's see, I'm going to stand up to do this. Sorry about that. I hit the camera with my head. So I can get them lined up closely. And I'm taking my marker. I love our newly designed markers. Let's see, have we? Yep. I love the bullet point to write and sign your names. So there we go. So then you know it's from me. Just to brighten your day. Now I'm going to show you something else that you can do again with this great paper where you have 4 sheets of the same pattern. I'm going to make a little goodie that goes with this card, Just to Brighten Your Day and Happiness Inside. This is one of our little sour cream container folds, I guess we can say. And it fits a little mini Kit Kat. So it's perfect for, like I said, multiples. If you have showers coming up or birthday parties. And you'll see that I use the, oh my gosh, what is it called? Happy Labels Pick a Punch. So here I have a 4x4 piece of designer series paper, and I have my tear and tape. You know, another thing I really like about this Everyday Happiness designer series paper is that we have stripes and dots, I guess you could say, and plaid, so it can be masculine. It's not just flowers. Okay, so I have a piece of tear and tape along one side and then a smaller piece along another side next to it. I'm going to peel off, pardon me with my Band-Aid. I'm going to peel off that, and you kind of make like a roll, like a toilet paper roll, and stick that on. Make sure that's all nice and flat, okay? And then you can peel off the other backing of the tear and tape. That just does not want to come off today. Nimble fingers. Nimble fingers. There we go. Okay. And then you just squeeze that shut. This is an oldie but a goodie. And then you can put your little Kit Kat. Here, let me grab them. I'll show you what size they are. It's these little minis. Got some lemon crisp. And we just pop that in. And then you can use some tear and tape or punch a hole. What I like to do, oh, I need to go the other way. Got to go the opposite way. So it's like one of those sour cream containers. You pinch it shut, and then I actually just like to use a staple. Quick and easy, hold it tight. And then I have my 3/4 inch strip right here. And before I even stamp on it, I'm gonna put it through the punch and get my edge. And I have happiness inside with my Lost Lagoon ink pad. And I'm just going to stamp to the edge that I already punched. I'm going to take my scissors, trim that off. And I'm just going to trim the corners real quick, and they might be uneven, and that is okay. And I'm actually going to use one of my new little punches. This is part of a little trio pack. What is this called? Hole Punch Assortment. And this is an upcoming, sorry, I just got the wrapping, so it's a little crinkly. This is an upcoming online exclusive, but you can get this now with your starter kit. And we have a great special with the starter kit during celebration. You can get some $30 in extra products of your choice, or 2 sets of markers. All right, so I am going to use a little piece of the Peacock ribbon here and put that through one side, and then just tie a knot. I'm not even going to tie a bow. So that way, again, it's a little economical if you're making multiples. And I am not even going to, I'm just going to tie it once. I didn't feel like I even needed to tie like a true knot. And then just trim my edges. And I used a glue dot. So here's my glue dots. Easiest way is to stick the paper on to the glue dot and peel that up so it's on the back there. And I'm going to use it to cover up my staple. And there you go. There is your cute little treat. Happiness inside. That's a perfect little saying to go with your little treat. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this and learned something today. Love this paper. It is scrapbooking paper featured in our scrapbooking brochure, but it really works well for cards. And love this sharing, loving, crafting to sign the back of your cards. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll catch you next week. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.